Hi, welcome back, welcome live, welcome to my coffee corner. I don't know how I'm going to call these lives, but I love doing them in the morning. And today is a slight delay. If you've seen my stories, then you know that I just couldn't resist. I couldn't resist the possibility to soak in vitamin D. If you go on YouTube, you'll see how blue is the ocean. I mean, maybe I can show it to you a little bit. You can. Okay. It's like the sky is stunning today, stunning. Stunning after the snow storm that we had for 3 days and heavy clouds. We have the sun. So I couldn't resist, but I do need to soak in my vitamin D. That makes me happy. That starts my day. And we will start this live just enjoying the beauty of nature, just the miracle of what we're getting every day. No matter how bad was the day yesterday, the sun will get up, period. Even if it's behind clouds, even if it's miserable, even if it's raining, even if it's hail and snow, the sun is there consistently. We can count on that time and time again. So whenever I can appreciate the sunshine, I do. And if that means I have to be late, if I have to delay something, I probably will. Because those little tiny moments, they don't wait for no one. They don't wait for no one, and they're so easy to miss, and they fleet so quickly that, you know what? If you do not know how to stop and smell the roses, then how do you live your life? I honestly don't know. I'm really curious. You really need to comment for me, because I honestly live so long on this world, and I cannot imagine not stop for a split second to appreciate what we're getting for free. I mean, for free. It's one thing that guarantees joy for free. Okay. I love that you guys are engaging into my lives. I really do. My YouTube channel is slowly growing. This is not something I know how to do. I am winging it. I'm winging it all. This is not my area of expertise. I have my window open, but I think I'm gonna close it because I feel like there's a noise from the outside. Fresh air, I'll get it later. Come on, window, close, okay. So we're gonna close the window so we can have no noise from the outside, because I know that that can be annoying. And we will start our topic today. And I will still have the coffee with you. As much as I was trying to stay away from the I don't know, the theme of coffee with Aga in the morning, I need my coffee. So there, we're doing coffee. L. If it changes to margarita, I'll let you know, because we don't know, right? Here. Ever since I started talking clearly, what is the bottom line, the basics, the platform that you can build any relationship on, something clicked in my audience. Something clicked in my past clients. All of a sudden, I'm getting messages right and left. How did I not know that? It's so simple. So yeah, all these steps, they do require a little bit more diving in, okay? You have to know exactly what does it mean to be a mature woman who chooses mature men, how to recognize the mature men, obviously. So I will be bringing them closer to you, obviously, because I'm not going to just leave you, oh yeah, those are just 4 pillars and you can have a perfect relationship. Just do that. Do what, right? Don't you hate those coaches who are like, oh, just do these 4 things? What are the 4 things? That you name them? What does it mean, right? So no, I'm not going to want to be one of those coaches. I will definitely dive into every single one of those. It's not something we can do on one live. So you have to stick around and you have to come and listen and ask questions if there's something that you are not clear about. Because this is absolutely the bottom line for me. I turned my life around when I put these 4 pillars in place. That was such a revelation. Obviously, I didn't have them overnight. Obviously, I didn't have them at the same time. I didn't even know I needed them. It was when I started changing my life around, which I will be telling you about along the way, because that has been a journey on its own. It's probably going to have her own book, that journey. But that pillar structure came about when I finally, that was my very, very first step, when I realized I can no longer play as on the playground of relationship. I am no longer play house. Playing house, that's what it is. It's pretend. It's what you imagine to be. And that's what little girls do because they don't know any better. They observe and they repeat. So I decided one day that I no longer want to play house. I want to have house. I want to have a home. I want to have a partner. I want to grow old together. Grow. Not become old. Grow, meaning become better and better, a better person, because someone next to me is helping me out to become the better person. He sees the best in me that even I don't see my blind spots. I see the best in him, and we are growing old together. That was my dream. And I knew that in order for me to have that happen, just by definition of the word growing old together, you cannot at the same time play house. You can't. Play is for children, growing old is for grown-ups. That was the first thing I did. The first thing, I made a decision that I no longer want to play house. I don't want to play in relationships. I want to cultivate, grow, and become the best version of myself, the best woman I'm meant to be. So that was the number one decision I decided to have. And along the way, I realized that just this decision itself is enough, absolutely 100% enough, but those extra pillars help to make it quicker, help to make it easier, help to make it more informed. Okay, so I learned the language of opposite sex, which that's a story on its own, which I will be talking later on. You have to stay tuned because that entitles 1,000 dates. That's true. I went on over 1,000 dates to learn the language of men. True story. So you have to stay tuned for that. Okay? Then I needed to realize what my boundaries are, what other people's boundaries are, how they are presented to us, how we notice, how we show them without telling, hey, don't cross my boundary. Da, da, da. No, I actually learned how to stand in my boundary without ever being angry that someone is crossing it, and yet being respected in my boundary, simply because I was a mature woman who knew how to communicate what she wants and what she doesn't want, what she doesn't accept, what the consequences are. So this is another part of me growing into mature woman who wants to be in mature relationships. And of course, the communication, which is absolutely the life, I would say, lifeline. It's like a blood in your system. If you do not communicate exactly what you want, when you want, why you want it, so another person understands it, nobody can read your mind. So I turn off the idea that someone will figure it out, or someone will read my mind long time ago. And again, this came down to those four basics. Honestly, when I made a decision as a grown woman that I no longer want to play house, I actually want to cultivate healthy grown-up relationships, life changed for me. And I'm going to start with this webinar. I'm going to show you at the end of the month. I don't have a date yet. I will announce it on Sunday, the date of the webinar. And the webinar will be completely free. This is something that I've been dreaming of doing for you, because I honestly want to spread this message to as many women as possible. So tell your friend, come over, mark your calendar. I will send this on Sunday. I will create a newsletter on Sunday. I will give you the link to sign in for that newsletter so you keep an update on that webinar. It will be 100% free. And no, it's not an invitation to a next bigger paid program. Not at all. It's pure masterclass on a webinar style. That's all it is, honestly. There will be an opportunity if you actually have a question for me, and I will tell you how you can have that question for me, but that's not an upsell on the course. This is literally as an option for you if this is something that you want. Other than that, come live to my webinar. We will be talking about how to make that decision to become a mature woman. What does that mean to be a mature woman in a relationship? How to recognize boys versus men. That's what I'm going to be talking about on that webinar. I'm telling you, you cannot miss it. You really cannot miss it because there will be no recording. There will be no recording. You have to show up live. But that's a class of all classes. It will just jump start your entire year because believe me, this one step, making the decision that I'm no longer playing house, that I am a grown woman who wants a grown up relationship, that itself is going to open the flood of new opportunities. That I can promise you 100%. I cannot imagine how your life will change when you change that one thing consciously. You'll make a decision. I am no longer a kid playing house. That's it. So I said that enough times. Because this will be something that I am going to show you deeper at the end of the month. Again, I'm going to announce the date on Sunday. However, lives every day will be bringing closer and closer and closer the idea of these 4 pillars for you so you can see why they are so freaking important. And the question that I have been getting recently, okay, and I don't know yet how exactly am I going to tell you my full story because my story is huge, but today I am going to post some of it on Instagram stories. So if you are not following me yet on Instagram, you should, because that's when you can learn a little bit about me. All I can tell you is I failed in so many relationships. I couldn't freaking believe. Marriages, actual marriages, I failed. And now I have a husband. We've been married for almost 8 years. We've been together close to 10 years. And every day is better and better and better. I feel like we never ended honeymoon. When people ask me how long guys we've been married, I always say, oh, we are newlywed. No, we're not. We've been married for 8 years. That's not newlywed by no definition at all. And yet, that's how it feels like. It really, truly does. And the only reason this feels like it is because those 4 pillars, he has his 4 pillars, I have my 4 pillars, and we were able to build a house of our grown relationship that we embellish our own ways, that one respect another, that one understand another, that we are not encroaching on each other's space, that we celebrate each other, that we support, we are giving each other ideas, we see each other blind spots. I'm telling you, that absolute basics is you can build anything on top of that. And we are just starting. Literally just starting. Our life is just beginning together. You may think that 8 years, that's long enough to know. Yeah, but life is a journey. There is no destination. And I honestly, with every step, every piece of a puzzle that we're adding to our relationship house built on top of our pillars, I cannot wait to see what's next. I cannot wait to see what is another idea, what is another level, what is another door that we undiscovered, another truth, another growth possibility. It's magic. It's magic. And yet, it's all in the mundane life that is the magic. I will be elaborating on this more often. I will be diving deeper to it. I'm telling you, you have to come to the masterclass on the webinar, because I will be diving there deeper first time. But yes, this is the whole secret. People ask me, how did you find this husband? They ask him, how did you find this wife? I still remember when we were working together during COVID, because we were essential workers at the time, and people would come over to us and like, you guys work together like all day, all the time? Oh, I would go crazy. My wife would go crazy with me, or I would not stand being with my wife all day. We were looking at each other. Wait a minute. What do you mean you don't want to spend more time with each other? This was an opportunity for us to actually spend more time together and see each other in different light and actually appreciate each other in that different setting. That's the whole point for us, was the moment that we could actually bond even more. So people telling us, ooh, I wouldn't be able to work with my wife, or I cannot imagine spending all day with my spouse. That was bizarre. That was bizarre. But I see where this is coming from, because the stereotype goes that you have to have a breather from your relationship. I do agree that you need to have your own space for your own hobbies, for your own interests, for your own minute, for you, for your own care. Correct. Yes, I totally get it. But escaping so you can have a breather from your relationship, that is totally not even, it's totally foreign in our lexicon. Totally. We don't escape each other from relationship. If we need time to ourselves, it's not because we need time off of you. One does not equal another. If I need time to myself, it's not because I need to have a breather because I'm so tired of you. No, not at all. If I need time to myself, it's because maybe I don't want to waste your time witnessing something that I'm going through, because it might hurt you. You might not know how to help me. You're looking at me not knowing what to do. So that's the moment for me. Maybe I want to speak Polish to my sister, and you will be sitting, you're welcome to sit, but you're not understanding any single word. So I feel like I'm wasting your time. You're welcome to be there. But if you're not there, I'm fine. I'll be okay. Be alone with my sis. If my girlfriends show up and we have the girls situation, yes, he can sit with us. And yes, the girls wouldn't have no problem. But that's not bringing any value to him at all. So yeah, we might want to be alone. Maybe I want to journal and compose my thoughts, which I have to translate in my own mind. That doesn't mean I need a break from him. That means I need a minute for me. Two different things. So we will be talking about that as well. And I know it's very controversial. And I know people don't understand the concept one not equaling another, which to me is bizarre. I realize something though. I know that I do my relationships differently than other people. And I know that my way and approach and perspective of how things work and what is worth it and what is valuable may turn some people off, or maybe call it politically incorrect, or maybe controversial. But it works for me. It works for me, and it makes my life so much richer and better and fulfilled, that I am like dying to scream from the top of the hill, do it too. It's worth it. This is the day of joy. I wake up every day. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night because I think the day started, because I cannot wait to start my day. Because I wake up full of joy. Oh my God, another day that I can experience joy. I wonder what I can do today. I wake up in the morning and we cannot wait to see each other. We cannot wait to see each other. We wake up when it's still dark. That's how much we want to see each other. So I want that relationship for you. And believe me, that relationship cannot be from playing house. Playing house, it's literally what it is. Playing. It's make-believe. It's pretending. It's not diving deep. It's not relaxing and being vulnerable in who you are and own it. Owning you as you are, and accepting someone as he is. This is so unbelievably juicy, so unbelievably delicious, that I don't even know how to describe it, so you can feel it from the screen. But stick to me. Stick to my channel. Stick with my lives. Ask questions, even if they're weird. Even if what I say is weird and you're like, what the hell are you talking about? I want to hear from you. I do. I will be screaming from the top of my hill that this is the way that changed my entire life. And I want that for you. You don't have to do my method. You don't have to do my way. But you can try it. Doesn't cost you anything. Literally costs you $0. Why not? So, welcome. Come over. I'll be here tomorrow. And no, I'm not skipping weekends. I'll be here every day until I say, okay, I've done God knows how many of these lives. I feel I'm done with lives. That will not happen anytime soon. It will not. Because right now, like I said, I'm waking up full of joy. Cannot wait to share my joy with you and show you how you can also have an opportunity to have that. Okay, I will see you tomorrow. If you are not following me yet, follow on the bottom so you can see my live coming up when I'm coming live. If you are not following me on Instagram, Aga Unfiltered on Instagram, that's when you will see my story in the stories. I will make a highlights of it. That's where I teach a little bit more often. That's where I teach a little bit more deeper. And that's where I announce a lot of things. Other than that, stick around. Like I said, my life is my love life, is my lifeline. That's what I want to say. And have that coffee with me.